the Ford Mustang has gone mad. Lamborghini's new Lanzador and the new Mercedes AMG GT. Welcome to episode 257 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Mike Morale, have you heard the news? There are 2 landers on the way to the moon.
2 landers, 2 human beings?
No humans. Just 2 different countries.
Isn't one Russia?
One is Russia. One already made it and crashed. That was Russia.
Nice.
So they went to the moon back in like the 60s, and they managed to... They landed on the moon before we did. Not with humans, just with a lander.
Okay.
And now they can't do it today.
Interesting.
Russia, in a bad spot.
A little weird.
But the other one, India.
I feel like I have actually heard India is got some space endeavors.
They do. They have a lander that is headed to the South Pole, which is also where Russia was headed, but before it crashed.
What's actually at the South Pole?
Water.
Or is it some secret Illuminati
Aliens.
base?
I don't know, but if it's all flat, what does it matter?
It's not flat. There's a mountain there.
Oh, okay. Sure.
There's mountains.
Sure. That's how that works.
No, there is. Yeah, there's mountains.
Yeah, they're craters. Anyway, India is sending a spacecraft over there. They're supposed to land on the moon, I think, on the 27th of August, so coming up here soon.
Oh.
They had previously almost landed. They were within like 1 mile of the moon's surface and then had computer problems, and it flipped upside down and crashed.
Oh, nice.
Russia apparently just like lost it in orbit, and it just like slammed into the moon at 1 billion miles an hour. So India's doing better than Russia right now, but we'll see if they can land it.
So this is the new age space race?
This is the at the moment the space race. Yes.
Of who can crash the worstest into the moon?
Who can land a rover on the moon after they did it 50 years ago?
Well, it looks like we've regressed, haven't we?
Seems like it.
Well, let's talk about some progression now with some cars. Speaking of which, let's talk about progression with the Mustang. So there's a new hot Mustang coming. It is not the Dark Horse. It's not a Shelby. It's called a GTD.
GT Daytona? Huh?
GTD. What does that sound like to you?
Grand Touring Daytona.
Which is a class in IMSA, the International Motorsports Association, a race series that you and I both love.
Okay. This doesn't... Well, looks
it does.
race car E.
I was going to say, it definitely does.
It does look race car-esque.
It looks very similar to the Mustang GT3.
That's what they just brought out.
Yes, but this is for the road.
Oh, a road-going version. Okay.
Yes. The Mustang GTD. It is the Mustang GT3 RS AMG Black Series BMW M competition IST. It's the most IST thing.
But it's not a drag racing car. This is a road racing Mustang.
That is correct.
Okay. Because there's different classes of Mustang.
There is. There is the pin it and go straight. There's also the what is now for GT class racing.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. This kind of looks kind of cool.
It looks cool. It does. I'll give that. It's very aggressive looking. Let's understand some things. This is quite literally supposed to be a street legal version of the Mustang GT3. We'll get into if it actually is that or not. But moving on. This is, the Ford CEO Jim Farley has put it, this is for AMG Black, Aston Martin, the Porsche GT3 RS. Farley says they want to beat the GT3 RS more specifically at Le Mans, but also as a street car. So the Mustang has aimed its sights squarely at the Porsche 911 GT3 RS and said, "Hey there, boy. Ready for a race?" And the Porsche said, "Nein."
And yeah, I did say that. There's a lot of lifting to do to get to that pedestal, but okay.
There is. Now, here's a big beef of mine. The Porsche GT3 RS was built as an actual road-going version of the Porsche GT3 race car.
Yes.
It shares pretty much the same engine. Like, quite literally, almost the same engine, right? This doesn't.
Uh-oh.
The Mustang GT3 race car has essentially, from my understanding, now I may be wrong here, but from my understanding, I believe the Mustang GT3 has a 5-liter V8, kind of like a different version of the Coyote V8, which is in the Mustang GT.
Okay.
This has the 5.2-liter supercharged, I think it's the Predator engine that came from the Shelby GT500.
Oh, it's way different.
So it's not quite the same engine. So it's not really the same idea.
Okay.
Now, this new Mustang GTD, first and foremost, I must say, it looks aggressive as hell, and I love the look of it.
I do like the look.
It's got active aero, not just aero. It's active aero.
Wow.
It is supposedly going to have DRS,
Really?
just like the GT3 RS.
Okay.
An optional Akrapovic exhaust system, titanium exhaust system. It's really racy. It's going to make, with that supercharged 5.2-liter V8, it's going to make around 800 horsepower.
I mean, jeez.
That's a lot in comparison to the GT3 RS, which is a touch over 500. It's
That's a
almost
big
300.
difference.
It's 250 to 300 more horsepower.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, they haven't released any weight figures, so I would imagine it's going to be a lot heavier.
Well, will it, or will they just lighten it up like they do race cars?
Yeah, maybe, but it also has a lot more displacement and a lot more, well, not a lot more, but more cylinders than the Porsche.
Yeah, so far from looking through this, I have not seen a lot of carbon either. I don't know if it's painted.
It does have some carbon bits to it.
Okay.
They have not released any weight figures yet, so I'll be very curious to know how much this sucker weighs.
Yep.
Yeah, Ford worked together with Multimatic to design this and build this,
Wow.
so they are pretty serious about this.
Yeah, they know their stuff.
And I think, for me, the coolest part about this car. Are you ready? The shift paddles.
The shift paddles.
There's no pictures of them because the windows were up and it was tinted. But from what I've read, the shift paddles are made from titanium parts that came from the F-22 Raptor.
That's pretty cool.
And that's actually really cool.
For the enthusiast that's going to buy this car, that's going to be the bee's knees.
Oh my God,
They're going to be like, yes, I have F-22 parts and my Mustang.
yes.
It's perfect.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. If I was the buyer of this, do you know how bad I would literally just drool over the shift paddles that came from an F-22 Raptor? I mean,
cool.
A lot of car guys are also aviation enthusiasts as well.
A large like 90%.
There's a lot of crossover there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crossover
Those
there.
Venn diagrams are nearly the same circle.
Very, very much almost, yes. The fact that you had F-22 shift paddles, whoa, that's cool.
Porsche doesn't do that.
You're right, they didn't.
Dang it.
Now, well, what would they do? From something from the Luftwaffe?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound very good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
The Messerschmitts,
No.
no, I don't think we're going to do that.
No, there are things, the meatballs on the side of the car.
Yeah, that's just how that's going to stay.
Yep.
Now, they are planning on making, it's going to be limited, so between 1,000 and 2,000 units. They haven't made a specific number yet, but a few.
1,000
1 to 2,000. Yeah, so enough to be able to see one.
Okay.
I mean, hell, we see rare things around here all the time.
That's
right?
kind of in a weird spot though, because at that point you probably are actually manufacturing these like on a line.
Yeah.
But you're not boutiquing them where you're only going to make 50 of them and you can basically make them by hand. So
That's correct, but you mentioned the word boutique. They're definitely charging boutique pricing.
oh,
The first screen we looked at hinted at it, and if you're watching YouTube, you saw that, and you're probably like, ugh. Do you know how much it's worth?
$300,000.
Yeah, that
boy.
figure is $300,000 for a Ford Mustang.
Mustang. You know? Yeah. Would I spend $300,000 on a Mustang? No. Does it have F-22 paddles? Yes.
You're taking that approach.
Will it be worth $500,000 in 10 to 15 years, if not more? Yes.
Yes, but would it be worth exponentially more if they only made 500 of them? If they went full boutique and hand built this thing, and like only made like 250 to 500.
Yeah, I think it's like 100 to 200. And sure, yes, it's worth a ton more. But I honestly think that this price on this car depends on how well its racing partnership does. If they go on and win Le Mans, this is worth a lot more. It just is, which is weird to think.
That a Mustang winning Le Mans would be worth more than $300,000.
But that's the truth.
It is kind of a weird conversation to have.
If they have terrible racing pedigree and they bring out this racing version of their GT Mustang, nobody's going to want it. But if it does great and it wins all the big endurance races and like does fantastic in road course racing, people will want it.
True.
So, yeah, I don't know. The price is odd. 300 is an odd number to me.
But what are you actually going to pay for it? Because dealer markups.
With 1,000 to 2,000 ever made, is it a $500,000 car?
It's a $500,000 Mustang.
God.
It's north of $400,000 realistically, if you're allowed to buy one.
Yeah.
For a Mustang.
That's insane to think. Yeah. I never thought that I'd see a $500,000 Mustang, other than like a really old heritage one, right?
Well, that's different.
That's like restored and
that's different. Like an original Bullet or something like that. But
this is new.
It's striking.
It's not worth that much. Another question: could you buy the spec GT3 car for less than this?
Ooh,
I think
you'd probably be similar.
So you could buy a full-on GT3 race car for similar money.
Probably similar, but here's what I heard: is the new Corvette the GT3R, the Corvette race car, that apparently is fetching about $1 million.
But that's Corvette. Corvette's in its own weird realm. If you were to buy a Porsche, an Aston's probably a weird one.
I think most of them are going to be a little north of that, but yeah.
They're
it's a bit more.
300,000 to a $500,000, somewhere in there.
For a GT3 car, more than that. But for a Cup car, yeah.
Okay. So a Porsche Cup car is 250.
Yeah.
Okay. Would I rather a Porsche Cup car? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 I definitely would.
Very much so.
Uh-huh.
It's the new Mustang GTD.
Okay. Final question. What should the price have been?
Oh. If they wanted to kill any competition, 190 would have been the mark. Just under 200. If they would have came in 195, perfect.
Is it actually $200,000 worth of car?
I don't know is my question. I mean, there's probably $200,000 worth of trick engineering and aero in it.
I'm sure.
But, again, not to sound like that guy, but what badge is in the front?
Yikes.
It's Mustang, dude.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
It's a wonderful, brilliant thing, but at the end of the day, you have to tell your friends that you spent $300,000 on a Mustang.
Agreed. I don't know. This is kind of the same conundrum that I see with like your crazy 911s, like the Sport Classic that we saw the other day.
Yeah.
It's like a $250,000, $300,000 new kind of car. And with dealer markups, it's just insane price. And to my eyes, to most people's eyes, it's another 911.
Yeah.
This, to the Mustang buyer's eye, is that same conundrum. Sure, it's another Mustang, but it's also rare, one-of-a-kind, crazy, unique, special. So there's a market. 1,000 to 2,000, no problem. They'll sell them. They'll sell them like hotcakes.
I hope so, because I want to see one.
I do too.
I really want to drive one.
If
you're getting a Mustang GTD and you're listening, give us a call.
That'd be cool.
Love to drive one.
All right, let's move on. What do we got next?
All right, we're going to move on to a Lamborghini that was kind of revealed and previewed during Car Week, which is kind of happening right now. It's the new Lamborghini Lanzador.
Lanzador.
Yeah.
So it's in the lands and the doors?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well, it can go over the lands and it has doors.
Oh, I see. It's
Yes,
good naming.
'cause it is tall.
It's better than MP4-12C.
A bit. A bit. It's a Lamborghini, and it's tall.
The headline here, it's a high-riding EV coming.
Is that why you would describe Lamborghini?
Oh, no. What have we
To
done?
me, it's like take a Huracan and a Urus, make them do adult things together, and then pop out an electric baby that looks like this.
This is weird, dude.
This
Is weird.
I think it is the goddamn stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Why can I see the wall on the other side of the room under this car?
I don't know.
Holy
Why does
moly.
Lamborghini think that their customer base wants a Urus Huracan EV, SUV, sports car, Grand Tour, station wagon thing?
I want to do everything. I want to be all the cars in one and then not be any of the brand that I'm actually.
I'm very confused by this.
Weird.
I'm very confused by this. This is supposed to highlight Lamborghini's EV future. Wow.
I'm not excited for the Lamborghini EV future.
It looks miserable to live in the future Lamborghini EV. Why would you want that future?
What? I just can't understand. Why is the ride height so tall?
I don't know.
It's so weird.
Why did Lamborghini think that their customer base wants an SUV that looks like a Huracan thing?
Yeah.
I'm very confused by this.
How is it?
Apparently, the pictures of it through Car Week are freaking huge.
Oh, really?
Like it's a giant ass thing.
Oh, no.
It's a
Okay.
boat.
Huh. What a weird vehicle.
Dude, I'm not stoked for this.
Do they have any other specs or anything about
Oh,
it?
there's pictures of it. Car Week. Look for scale. The
Yeah.
people. It's bigger than the people.
It is big. Oh, boy.
It's huge.
All right. So it's a concept car.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, apparently it's set to arrive 2028, so we're still a few years out. It is all electric. It is 4 seats and 2 doors. It's dual motor, all-wheel drive. Apparently, they're claiming it's going to make more than 1 megawatt, or 1,341 horsepower.
Oh, okay.
That's how they're equating it.
Okay. Of
Wow.
power.
They have a estimated price of likely near $300,000.
Mustang GTD.
I was about to ask you. So, Mr. $300,000 car buyer, would you rather a Mustang for $300,000 or an electric Lamborghini SUV car thing for $300,000?
Give me the electric Lamborghini with a megawatt of power so I can take it to the moon.
It's hideous.
It is hideous. I don't know why they did it. I will say, 1,300 horsepower, if they actually hit that, they're claiming that. Obviously, that's a big claim. That's bonkers numbers that would never stay on the ground. The tires would just...
That's
toasted.
That's why it's so big. It needs that weight to stay down.
to keep the tires on the ground.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I hate it so much.
I'm not a fan of it either. No.
As soon as I saw it, and Lamborghini was teasing this like big new exciting again announcement at Car Week, and the covers came off, and I just kind of went,
What?
That was your exciting announcement?
Huh?
I'm not as excited as you are about this announcement, but go you.
Yeah. They needed Elon to throw a metal ball and break the window. And
It's so ugly. I can't move on from its looks. Why?
I don't know. I don't
It's
know why
got
they
what
raised
looks like 34-inch wheels on it.
I know. On a body that seems like it should be a classic Lamborghini that rides low, is a race car. It's like a show mobile.
Thank you.
This is far from it. I'm glad that they're trying to engineer the EV side of it. I'm worried for them.
Not
because-
like this, though.
No, because
This is not the way to do it.
This isn't. I don't know. I wanted to see them push the limits of that engineering side so that they can rein it back when they get to actual vehicles that they're going to produce. This kind of seems like we'll throw it out there, see what the people say, and I imagine the people are saying like, what?
Yeah,
Huh?
why
What-
are we
huh?
why are we doing this, Lamborghini?
Seems kind of weird.
I don't really understand this.
There will be people out there that will love it because there's always a buyer for any car. But for most, yeah, this is weird.
It's a very weird
This
car.
is real weird.
I'm not really big on this.
Nope.
Yeah, so I guess that's the new Lamborghini Lanzador.
Yeah. What an odd one.
It is very odd. It is quite very odd, as a matter of fact. But let's move on to a new Mercedes.
Okay.
And it's the new Mercedes AMG GT Coupe.
GT Coupe.
The GT Coupe. Now, this is a car that we have had for a long time. It is finally now being redesigned. It is... I don't know how I feel about this redesign. I mean, the front of it looks good. The back of it looks like a Porsche.
It does look different.
I just dropped you a link,
Okay.
and it is the back of the new Porsche 992 Turbo S. And if we do that and look at the AMG GT,
Let me go find a picture
they
of it.
kind of look almost the same.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like the quad exhausts, the little wing,
Yeah, they kind of do.
the tail lights. It's very similar. Like
Okay.
it's very similar.
That's kind of funny.
Okay, so let's get into this car. This car, it is the AMG GT that we see all the time. Like, for example, the matte green one.
Yeah.
The AMG Magno Green Hill. That has always been a big, hairy-chested, rear-wheel drive, twin-turbo V8, angry ring monster, right? This is stepping away from the sports cariness and into the daily driving Grand Tourer realm.
Is there another, other than like the black edition of this, is there another step up?
Of the new one?
Just of this kind of area for Mercedes.
Not really, until you get to black.
Right. This is like the top of the line
Yeah.
as far as sports cars go for Mercedes.
Yeah.
There's nothing higher than this other
Until
than
you
one
get
trim.
to the AMG black, yeah.
Right. There's one trim higher. Sure.
This car now has back seats,
Oh. Whoa.
and it's not rear-wheel drive anymore.
Oh.
It's all-wheel drive.
Oh boy. Okay. I see what you're saying about the daily drivability now.
Because the reason I bring up the Turbo S, not because I'm a Porsche fan, but if you actually look at these cars side by side, they become direct competitors. Whereas before, the AMG GTR, which is what we see around town, would compete with like a Porsche GT3, which is more of an actual proper sports car, not like a Grand Touring supercar sort of thing.
Right.
Whereas the 911 Turbo S is known as like the best daily drivable supercar Grand Tourer because it's got back seats, it's all-wheel drive, it's got gobs of power, it's comfortable, and it wasn't a car that's going to ride hard and try to kill you like a GT car or a GT3. Whereas the new AMG GT is taking that kind of approach. It's going from that hard, tight, light, kind of angry sports car to now much more comfortable, much more carry the kids around in the back.
Let me guess, you don't like that they changed it.
I don't, no, because to me, Mercedes already has enough of that.
I see what you're saying.
Mercedes has had the C63, they've had the E63, they've had the S63, they've had a lot of other AMGs that you could put the kids in the back and go blasting away through your road trip to another state and still have fun. They had the GT 4-seater, the AMG GT 63 and 55 or 53 or whatever it was. Why do it to your sports car?
I think that this will sell more like this, to be honest with you.
You're probably right, and I hate the fact that it will.
Yeah. Because more people would be willing to buy this just like they would the Turbo S. The Turbo S is super popular because it is all those check boxes checked. And this is now Mercedes' competitor to that. And it's probably going to be pretty good. It really depends on what German brand you want to go with. And, you know, they both have their ups and downs.
Yeah, from my understanding, I believe this is going to be built using a lot or sharing a lot of the same stuff as the new Mercedes SL, which is the roadster two-seater. Whereas the old one wasn't really sharing all the SL parts. It was its own thing.
I can see why this would get you upset a little bit, but at the same time, I think it's a very smart business decision for them.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Why, if anyone was held up from buying the last car, why do you think it would have been? Because price is not the worry at this point. If you're in this category of cars, price is whatever, right? It's because of the practicality of the previous car.
See, but then to me, if you're buying a car to be practical, why wouldn't you just buy an E63 AMG wagon?
They already have one.
That's not helpful.
I mean, whoever has a 911 Turbo S already has the SUV. They already have another sedan. Like, that's the fourth or fifth car in the garage. It's not number one. And if the fourth or fifth car can still be quick and be comfortable, yeah, I'll take that.
You would, but I would rather it kill me.
That's because you're a dinosaur. And we know this.
I want my fun car to be raw and angry and try to bite my head off at every corner. I don't want it to be comfortable and cushy. I want my fun car to try to kill me while I'm sleeping.
It's a Mercedes-Benz.
It's very upscale and very comfortable and very Toto Wolff.
Yes.
No, Michael, no, this is so not right.
I think it's a great idea for them. Yeah.
You're going to get two trims. You're going to get the base trim, which is the GT55 trim. That'll be about 470 horsepower. Then you're going to get the GT63 trim, which is the hot one. That's where you're going to get 577 horsepower. There's no price listed yet, but estimates are anywhere from like $150,000 to well over $200,000, depending on the trim.
Yeah. Yep. I think, are those price estimates right around Turbo S?
Yeah, literally
Okay.
Competitor.
Mm-hmm.
They went Turbo S. Turbo S is looking over at the person's homework and just going, I wonder. Oh, okay, so that's going to be a C. That's a D. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I think it's a good business decision. Will they sell like hotcakes? They'll sell them. They'll sell more than they did in the past. I don't know if they'll sell like hotcakes.
Let's find out.
Do Turbo S's?
Yes, but
Okay. Is it only because of limited inventory?
Turbo S is, from my understanding, Turbo S drivers are different because they actually do use that car for like daily duties.
Yeah. Most do.
Yeah, but not most of the Mercedes people.
No, I would agree with that.
That's, to me, it's a different buyer. Porsche buyers are more likely, in my opinion, to use their more sports car, supercar for going to get milk and back and drop the kids off. Whereas most Mercedes buyers, they don't want the car to get dirty on the weekends, so it stays in the garage, warm and toasty.
Two different ways of doing it.
I like
Pick
my
your
way.
German poison.
Okay, yeah, I pick a GT car that will kill me. Yes, that one.
A Mustang.
Yeah, brother.
Let's bring this all the way back around.
Yes, let's go. So that's all the news I got. You got anything?
I do not.
That's going to wrap us up then for episode 257. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up on the video, and drop a comment. Let us know, what do you think about the new Mustang GTD? Is it worth $300,000? Not so sure.
Yikes.
If you're listening on audio only, send us those thoughts via social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram, We Are Auto _ YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io. So, thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.